everyone, I am Natalie and I am here to share with you ways to start an at-home yoga practice both safely, sustainably, and give you all the details that you need to know. So let's start with equipment. What kind of equipment do you need to start practicing yoga at home? So I'm assuming that if you are tuning into this video series that you already know the amazing benefits of uniting your mind, your body, and your breath for some intentional movement, creating space, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. So the first piece of equipment that we need is our physical body and a willingness to practice. One of my teachers, Leslie Kaminoff, once said, if you have a heartbeat and you're able to breathe, that you are able to practice yoga. So I want to show you some ways that you can do this safely at home in the comfort of your own home with minimal equipment. So I'm sitting on my yoga mat. I'm actually sitting on my meditation cushion on my yoga mat, but I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute. So my yoga mat is something that is very sacred and very special to me, but really all that you need is the amount of space that a yoga mat would take up. So perhaps you're using a beach towel, perhaps you're just using carpet. If you are using a hard surface, such as I have hardwood underneath me, we'll just need to make sure that we have some sort of towel or blanket in order to pad the surface, so when the bone is meeting that hard surface, it's just a little bit more comfortable and supportive for us. The second thing that I have beside me is a set of yoga blocks. So I have 2 foam yoga blocks here. These are relatively expensive and generally readily available. However, if you don't have them and are just waiting to see if this practice is going to work for you, I'm going to show you some ways throughout these videos to use household items such as a stool, an ottoman, a coffee table, or maybe even a sofa or a wall in place of these blocks. The blocks are designed to bring this Earth's surface up closer to you and give you a little lift, and then sometimes also just for a little bit of support as well. So I'll give you plenty of modifications throughout practice so that you're able to feel comfortable doing whatever you need to do in supporting yourself and your body. The next thing that I have is a yoga strap. This one in particular is called an infinity strap because it makes that infinity shape. A lot of yoga straps just have a buckle and a loop. You don't need anything fancy. This is one of the things that it's really easy to mimic at home with a belt or a scarf or just a piece of rope. There's plenty of places that will just use rope in place of a yoga strap. This is intended to just make your arms and your legs a little bit longer and to help you reach in certain shapes. The next thing that I have is a yoga blanket. There's nothing special about this yoga blanket. It is just a Mexican blanket that we use in yoga practices. So if you've ever been in a studio, you may be familiar with this. You definitely can use any blanket that you have at home. You can use a towel, just anything to help pad the surface. So we'll use this again when bony parts of the body are going to meet hard surface. It's going to support and pad our body, making the practice a little bit more comfortable. In addition to some seated postures, it's going to lift the hips, which is what I'm using my meditation cushion for right now, so that you're able to sit more comfortably, have more space in your low back, and you're able to breathe more freely. So as I mentioned, I'm seated on my meditation cushion. Definitely not a necessary prop for the practice. It is something that I enjoy for my meditation practice, and it is something that I enjoy in order to get my sitting bones up off of the earth. So these are just a few things that you will see throughout practice, some things that you may want to consider. But if you're just brand new to this practice, then all you need is breath, a heartbeat, and the willingness to say yes to trying something new. So if that sounds like something you're ready to start doing, then go ahead and skip on to the next video and we'll start with some foundational work. I'll see you soon.